flipping through the newspapers, switching through multiple news channels, exploring different websites and online mediums for relevant news? Keeping up to date with important news is not only time-consuming but also requires meticulous upkeep of notes for thorough revision. With a limited period in hand and abundant resources to study from, do not let current affairs come in the way of your prelims success. Join the PT 365 program by Vision IAS and advance in your preparation for current affairs. Starting on 9th January at 5 p.m., this 20-day course offers comprehensive coverage of 1 year of current affairs in 60 hours. Join for improved knowledge with complete coverage of The Hindu, Indian Express, PIB, Economic Times, Yojana, Economic Survey, etc. Doubt-clearing sessions and mentoring for thorough knowledge. Access to Sandhan personalized test with 25,000 plus questions. Access to live and online classes for flexibility in timing. It's time to devote your energy to smart learning and not running. Enroll today and excel in UPSC prelims with a strong command of current affairs.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. Role of space technology in governance highlighted by Union Minister for Science and Technology. On the occasion of International Women's Day, embracing the shift to women-led development from women's development. Role of AI in women empowerment highlighted by the Prime Minister. Centre urges platform workers to register on e-Shram portal for formal recognition. Madhav National Park in Madhya Pradesh becomes India's 58th Tiger Reserve. In our first news for the day, we delve into a crucial aspect of governance: how space technology is shaping policy and administration in India. The Union Minister for Science and Technology recently highlighted the transformative role of the space sector at the Space Tech for Good Governance Conclave, organized by the Indian Institute of Democratic Leadership. So, how does space technology contribute to governance? Let's break it down. First, resource management. Satellites like ResourceSat and CartoSat provide geospatial data that assist in mapping land, water, and minerals. In agriculture, space technology helps farmers enhance productivity through tools like the Krishi Decision Support System. Similarly, IRS satellites aid the Forest Survey of India in tracking forest cover and detecting forest fires. Next, infrastructure development. The PM Gati Shakti initiative integrates multiple infrastructure projects using spatial planning tools and ISRO satellite imagery. This supports large-scale programs such as Bharatmala and Sagarmala, ensuring better coordination and execution. Moving on to the social sector, space technology plays a key role in improving healthcare through initiatives like ISRO's Health Quest. It also boosts education through tele-learning platforms like EduSat, bringing interactive training to remote areas. Disaster management is another critical area. The National Database for Emergency Management, developed by ISRO, acts as a national repository of GIS-based data, helping authorities respond to disasters effectively. Security and defense are also strengthened by space technology. Satellites such as GSAT-7 and RISAT enhance secure communications and border surveillance. Additionally, India's space defense capabilities were demonstrated through Mission Shakti in 2019. Lastly, space technology promotes transparency and accountability. One example is the geotagging of Manrega assets introduced in FY 2016-17, ensuring better monitoring of developmental projects. While some critics argue that India's space sector allocates significant resources to high-end exploration, its impact on governance and socio-economic progress is undeniable. From resource management to security, space technology continues to drive transformation in public administration. Now, we shift our focus from women's development to women-led development, an approach that empowers women to lead, innovate, and shape policies for a better future. So, why is women-led development or WLD significant? First, inclusive governance. WLD ensures women actively contribute to economic, social, and political progress, driving development at all levels of governance. Second, gender equality. India ranks 129th out of 146 countries in the Global Gender Gap Index 2024. WLD plays a crucial role in tackling generational inequality by challenging gender stereotypes and outdated norms. Third, economic development. Women's participation is key to achieving the Government of India's vision of a developed India by 2047. According to the National Family Health Survey, advancing gender equality could boost India's GDP by 30%. Fourth, entrepreneurship development. WLD promotes entrepreneurship among women, including those from tribal and scheduled caste communities, fostering inclusive economic growth. However, several challenges hinder WLD. Climate change affects women's work participation, health, food security, and family well-being. The gender digital divide remains a concern, with only 15% of women in India having access to the internet, according to the Mobile Gender Gap 2021 report. In education, the global average female literacy rate is 79.9%, while India lags at 62.3%. Other issues such as low female labor force participation, mental health concerns, reproductive health challenges, and domestic violence further impact women's leadership potential. To address these challenges, several initiatives have been introduced. The G20 Empowerment and Progression of Women's Economic Representation, or Empower Summit in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, aims to accelerate women's leadership and empowerment in the private sector. The Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam 2023 mandates the reservation of one-third of seats for women in the Lok Sabha, state legislative assemblies, and Delhi Assembly. The Jal Jeevan Mission ensures clean tap water supply while placing women at the core of planning, decision-making, and monitoring. Additionally, the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana provides clean cooking fuel, improving both the environment and women's health. Moving ahead, the Prime Minister recently highlighted the role of AI in women empowerment, emphasizing how AI is creating new opportunities for women and has the potential to ease their lives in multiple ways. AI is playing a crucial role in delivering personalized skill development at scale. Platforms like Coursera offer AI-tailored courses, including coding and data analysis, helping women bridge skill gaps and advance in their careers. In terms of economic empowerment, when used responsibly, AI expands talent pools, reduces hiring bias, improves inclusive communication, and enhances workplace collaboration. Additionally, AI is revolutionizing healthcare and well-being. Tools like Babylon Health's Symptom Checker aid early detection of diseases such as breast cancer, improving access to healthcare, especially in remote areas. Safety and security have also seen significant improvements with AI-powered apps like Safety Pin, which map safe urban area routes, reducing harassment risks for women. However, challenges remain. The gender gap in AI is still significant, with women holding only 30% of AI roles globally, according to the Global Gender Gap Report 2023. Bias in design is another concern, since women occupy less than one-third of tech jobs. AI may not fully address their needs, as noted by PwC. There is also a perception gap, with 24% of women not seeing AI impacting their jobs, compared to 20% of men. Privacy risks add to the concern as AI's data use raises issues. A 2021 UK study found that women's health apps were leaking sensitive data, posing a major privacy challenge. To create a more inclusive AI industry, several essential steps need to be taken. Supporting STEM education by highlighting female AI leaders can inspire women and challenge stereotypes. Mentorship programs play a vital role in guiding and supporting women in AI careers. Ensuring equal opportunities by hiring and promoting women in at least 50% of AI roles is another significant step. Fair pay is equally important. Ensuring equal pay for equal work will attract and retain women in AI fields. AI has the power to transform women's lives in countless ways, but its full potential can only be realized if it represents everyone. A more inclusive AI industry requires deliberate action and commitment. Now, let's talk about an important update from the Union Budget 2025-26 that directly impacts gig and platform workers across the country. The center has urged all platform workers to register on the e-Shram portal to gain formal recognition and access key benefits. But what does this mean for the gig economy? Let's break it down. The registration on the e-Shram portal comes with several advantages. Workers will receive official ID cards and, most importantly, healthcare coverage under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or ABPMJ. To ensure these benefits reach the right people, the Ministry of Labour and Employment is set to launch specific schemes under this initiative. Now, who exactly are gig and platform workers? Gig workers are those engaged in livelihoods outside the traditional employer-employee arrangement. Within this category, platform workers are those who work through online software apps or digital platforms, while non-platform gig workers include casual wage earners and independent workers in conventional sectors. The significance of this workforce is growing rapidly. According to Niti Aayog, India's gig workforce is projected to touch 1 crore in 2024-25 and is expected to rise to 2.35 crores by 2029-30. However, despite their crucial role in the economy, gig and platform workers face several challenges. Firstly, there's a lack of social security. These workers are not covered under EPFO or other formal welfare schemes. Secondly, they often struggle with unstable and low income, facing issues like high platform commissions, arbitrary ID deactivations, and work availability based on ratings. Lastly, their well-being is at risk due to long working hours, financial stress, and the pressure to meet targets. Recognizing these concerns, the government has introduced various measures to provide a social safety net, including minimum wages, regulated work hours, and access to healthcare. The Code on Social Security 2020 allows for the formulation of suitable social security schemes for gig and platform workers. Additionally, the e-Shram portal serves as a comprehensive national database for unorganized workers. To further understand the workforce, an All India survey on domestic workers is being conducted to estimate their numbers and proportion in the labour market. With gig and platform workers playing an increasingly vital role in the Indian economy, ensuring their rights and security remains a priority. Registration on the e-Shram portal is the first step towards bringing them into the formal fold and providing the necessary support they deserve. In a significant development for wildlife conservation, Madhav National Park in Madhya Pradesh has been declared India's 58th Tiger Reserve. This marks the 9th Tiger Reserve in the state, joining the ranks of Ratapani, Virangana Durgavati, Sanjay Dhubri, Satpura, Panna, Bandhavgarh and Pench, among others. Moving on, let's take a closer look at Madhav National Park. Located in Shivpuri district in the Chambal region, it sits on the northern fringe of the central highlands of India, forming a part of the upper Vindhyan Hills. The park was officially notified as a national park in 1958. It is also home to two beautiful lakes, Sakhya Sagar and Madhav Sagar, located in the southern part. When it comes to wildlife, Madhav National Park boasts an impressive variety of fauna, including nilgai, chinkara, chausinga, cheetal, barking deer, marsh crocodile, leopard, jackal, and even the majestic python. As for flora, the park features northern tropical dry deciduous mixed forests and dry thorn forests, with kardhai being the dominant tree species. Now, how is a tiger reserve declared in India? Well, under Section 38B of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, state governments can notify an area as a tiger reserve based on the advice of the National Tiger Conservation Authority or NTCA. The process involves multiple steps. The state submits a proposal, NTCA gives in principal approval and seeks detailed proposals under Section 38B. After thorough review, NTCA recommends a proposal to the state. Finally, the state government notifies the area as the Tiger Reserve. Speaking of tigers, let's talk about Panthera tigris, the magnificent big cat that we are striving to protect. Tigers inhabit diverse ecosystems including tropical and evergreen forest, woodlands, mangrove swamps, grasslands and savannas. They are the largest among all Asian big cats, relying primarily on sight and sound rather than smell for hunting. Unlike many other big cats, tigers are also excellent swimmers and have been observed drowning their prey. These solitary and nocturnal predators are unfortunately listed as endangered by the IUCN. They're also protected under Appendix 1 of CITES and Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. India and the global community have undertaken various efforts to protect tigers through coordinated conservation initiatives. One such effort is Project Tiger, a centrally sponsored scheme of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change that provides assistance to tiger states for conservation. Additionally, to ensure effective management of tiger reserves, Conservation Assured Tiger Standards (CATS) accreditation has been granted to 23 tiger reserves in India. At the international level, India has launched the International Big Cat Alliance to secure the future of big cats and their habitats. Furthermore, the Global Tiger Recovery Program, which evolved in 2010 under the Global Tiger Initiative launched by the World Bank, aims to enhance tiger habitats worldwide. Complementing these efforts, the Tigers Alive initiative by WWF seeks to double the number of tigers in the wild, reinforcing global conservation endeavors. With the addition of Madhav National Park to India's growing list of tiger reserves, conservation efforts receive yet another boost, ensuring the long-term survival of these majestic creatures in the wild. The personality in the news today is Srimati Ammu Swaminathan, who is among the 15 women featured in the life and contributions of the women members of the Constituent Assembly. This tribute by the Ministry of Law and Justice honors their role in drafting India's constitution. Now, let's talk about Ammu Swaminathan herself. Born in Palakkad, Kerala, she was fondly called Ammu Kutti. She was arrested during the Quit India movement in 1942 and was elected to the Constituent Assembly from Madras in 1946. She defied caste norms by calling herself Shudrachi to challenge upper caste pride. It is believed that she co-founded the Women's India Association in 1917 with Annie Besant to fight for women's economic rights and voting rights. Through her actions, she showcased the values of equality, justice, courage, and empathy, among others. As we conclude today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. The EBI has issued a warning to Nestle India for violating insider trading regulations. An insider refers to any person, usually senior management and officials, in a company who has access to unpublished price-sensitive information. For the first time, eToycathon 2025 was organized by CDAC under MeitY's research initiatives to boost the electronic toy sector. The event was announced under the MeitY-funded project Development of Electronics and IT-Based Control and Automation Solutions for the Consumer Electronics and Toys Industry. The Khanjar 12th edition of 2025 is set to take place in Kyrgyzstan. Khanjar is an India-Kyrgyzstan joint special forces exercise held annually and conducted alternatively in both countries. The aim is to exchange experiences and best practices in counter-terrorism and special forces operations. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, has begun work on its 7th cycle of assessment reports. These assessments provide the scientific basis for governments at all levels to develop climate-related policies. The IPCC is an international body responsible for assessing science related to climate change. New research has found that the West African cocoa industry and the international trade in dried insects have contributed to the extinction of one species of Goliath beetle. Goliath beetles are among the world's largest insects, growing up to 110 millimeters in length. There are 5 species in total. Males have Y-shaped horns while females do not. UNICEF, in collaboration with distinct authorities and NGOs, is working to address family-based childcare through its KCB-CP in areas like drought-prone Jalna in Maharashtra. The KCB-CP is part of a broader shift in India's child protection system, which moves away from institutional care toward family-based solutions. As per the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the severity of hantavirus has drawn significant attention. Hantaviruses are a family of viruses carried by certain rodents, such as deer mice, white-footed mice, rice rats, and cotton rats. These viruses can cause potentially fatal illnesses, including hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Recently, the Sahitya Academy honored 23 authors with its prestigious Sahitya Academy Award for 2024. The Sahitya Academy was formally inaugurated in 1954 and is registered under the Society's Registration Act of 1860. It is an autonomous body under the Ministry of Culture. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solutions to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description.